What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be telling you how I got my first client for my laundry business. I started the business less than a month ago, less than actually 2 months ago, and I was able to get my first client within the first 30 days using one of the most traditional forms of advertising. And once I got my first client, it gave me the confidence to go out and keep going. It gave me the confidence to, want to take the business to the next level. And it was one of those things where once I saw the kind of proof of concept, once I saw that people were actually willing to pay for the service, once I saw that people actually, found this as a game changer, found this as a life changer, I knew that I was onto something. I knew that I was onto some type of gold mine, because most people, one, do not know about this industry. Two, the biggest problem that we have when it comes to the laundry business, especially with the pickup and delivery, is that not enough people know about it. If you go and tell somebody about this concept, they're gonna tell you, wow, that's interesting. They're gonna tell you, wow, I would actually pay for that. They're gonna tell you, wow, I actually know somebody who would buy that service, somebody who would use that service, somebody who actually would like that service. So it's one of those things where I was able to get my first customer, like I said, by using the traditional forms of advertising. When I first started my company, I was trying to spend as little to no money as possible to get my first client. And so what I did was I literally used free platforms like free platforms like Instagram. I used free software like Canva. Instagram, pretty much I used to create an account, and I started posting pictures and posting content so that people could see, and I would start sending DMs to people in my neighborhood, people in my city, people in my town. So I would find the nearest mom club, and I would start sending DMs to all the random moms in there. Hey, we're a new laundry company in San Antonio. We'd love for you to try our product. And I would use ChatGPT to come up with the DM, and I simply would make a DM, send it to the people, like I said, that are in my niche. So I was specifically targeting single mothers. I was targeting mothers who recently had kids, and I was targeting mothers who had multiple kids, right? And so I would go find mommy groups. I'd find mommy get-togethers. I'd find mommy art classes, whatever it is, mommy wine and dines, whatever it is. I would go and send a DM to all of the mothers inside of the thing. So I would go and find the page, click on the subscribers or followers, and then just send a DM to all of them. I would follow some of them. Whoever followed me back, I'll send a DM to. And it's one of those things where I started to get a lot of replies. I started to see the things that I was doing wrong. I started to see how much the DMs would sound to people. I had people who were willing to be my ambassadors. Ambassador is pretty much somebody who gets paid to pretty much promote your product for you. And on the software that I use, I literally have a referral page where somebody could, use their referral code, send it to somebody else, and if somebody signs up, they both get $10 credit. There's one of those things where I had people who wanted to pretty much be my employee, almost be my ambassador. It's pretty much a free marketer, free salesman person, right? And you would think, okay, I see how you were able to get your first customer because you just, send a bunch of Instagrams on DM and somebody eventually replies to you, and I'm sure eventually about your service. But actually, that's not how I got my first client. I got my first client through flyer advertising. Just like I said, went and created a page on Instagram. I actually created a flyer on Canva. Canva is a free software that lets you, create whatever you need to, edit videos, pictures. You can create stuff for any social media platform. You could create presentations, and you could do articles. You could write blogs, whatever you want to do. You create websites. It has a lot that you could do. It has a lot to offer. So what I did was I went and I created a flyer that just simply said free pickup and delivery. It said mobile laundry service, and it tells you how it works. It says step 1, we pick up your clothes. We schedule a pickup and we pick up your clothes. It says step 2, we clean your clothes, wash, dry, fold it. And then step 3, we bring it back to your doorstep. And it's one of those things where I put it on 2 apartments. I printed out maybe 100 of them. One apartment I did 50, the other apartment I did 50. And I was able to land my first client through like that. I had somebody who called me and said, hey, I'm interested in your service. Can I get a quote? I said, we do depending on the weight and the number of bags. I said, if you have, since we're doing free delivery, pick up and delivery, I said this promotion is strictly by weight. So whatever amount of bags you have, it doesn't really matter, because as long as you have the depending on the weight, that's what we're gonna charge you for. So if I'm charging $2 and it weighs 10 pounds, I'm gonna charge you $20 for the whole thing, right? Compared to if I was going to charge you $10 a bag, and then each one bag is $10, and you have 2 bags, so you're getting charged $20. And it's one of those things where that lady literally was like, okay, no problem. I schedule a pickup through your little app. I have a little app that I use to create my to do the bookings. She scheduled a pickup. I personally went. I charged her $2. I charged her $2 a pound, right? I personally went, picked up her clothes, took it to a laundromat that does wash, dry, and fold same day. I gave it to them. They charged me $150 to do the same day wash, dry, and fold, right? Then once they dried it, washed it, folded, hung it up, I came back, picked it up, and took it back to her. I didn't have to do any laundry that day. I didn't have to sit there at the laundromat. I didn't have to do anything. I made money by simply just picking it up and dropping it off. And if I would have had a driver, I wouldn't have had to do anything when it came to the whole transaction. She paid me, she had like 14 pounds. I did $12 per thing, so it came out to almost $30, right? Out of that $30, she gave me a $15 tip, so I made $45 total. I'll put a little screenshot up here, so you guys can actually see. That $45 total was my first sale that I ever got. And when I tell you guys I was happy, when I tell you guys I was ecstatic, when I tell you guys I was livid, going through the roof, I was so happy because it showed me that the model I had in my head actually works. It showed me that as long as somebody knows about the product, they're willing to pay. And as long as they're willing to pay, I make money. And as long as I'm willing to go and outsource some of the products, I don't have to do much. Okay, I don't have to do much. I realized that I literally could get somebody else to wash, dry, and fold for me. I realized that I don't have to have my own laundromat. I realized that I don't have to pay utilities, rent. I realized that I don't have to do a lot of the things that a lot of people struggle with when it comes to the mobile laundry. So it's one of those things where I was able to get my first customer through the flyer advertising. And then through that flyer advertising, I had to close on that customer. And like I said, I will show you guys the text messages that I use when I sign them. I will show you the text messages I use when I made it happen. And it's one of those things where, kind of like I said, the people are here. The people are wanting to spend money. The people are wanting to get the laundry done. The people are wanting to save the time. So like I said, when that lady showed me that, hey, this is a great concept, I was happy as heck. Okay. And then like I said, after that, when I brought it back to close, she even was telling me, wow, this is such an amazing idea. This is such a great idea. This is such a game-changing idea. She said, I know people that want to do this. I know people that want to get started. I know people that want to pay for services like this. So I'm going to start sending you stuff. And she literally starts sending me referrals now. Now I literally make money off of her, even though she was my first customer. I literally make money off of her, even though the first load I ever did for her, I didn't even know what I was doing. And it's one of those things where, like I said, I was just so happy. And at the end of the day, the Instagram one still gets me leads. The flyers, like I said, there's so many apartments around, especially apartments that don't have washers and dryers. There's so many potential with that, right? But at the end of the day, you could get your first client any way that you might not even realize how you're gonna get your first client. You might not even understand how your first client is gonna come through the door. It might be word of mouth, Instagram, advertising, or just simply dumb luck. Whatever it is, you're gonna get your first client. And when you do, it's gonna feel good. And when you do, it's gonna feel amazing. And not only do I hope you get your first client soon, but I'm sure you're gonna get your first client within 30 days. And if you wanna know how you can get your first client within 30 days, watch this video here.